completion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. A first down throw for Cousins. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
They try again with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw is Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Bears' 10-yard line.
Cousins to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal, there's a huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
From his goal line here, Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football. Now zapped right back in the other direction. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. 34 yards, and the Vikings have taken the lead.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over first and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. That's Akeem Hicks, the towering NFL vet, coming in for the sack.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. And the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, CD, you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game. I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
First shot, Penny on the return. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Throwing on second and long. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Third and long. It's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
First down, Chicago.
On first down, Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
On second and 10, Fields. He's going to look deep for more. It got his man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. With today's NFL, you know, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Claypool, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Prater for the extra point. And we are tied at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Matt Prater set to kick off.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champion, you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champion.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line up.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Fields.
Down a man over the middle, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Patterson.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Fields now to throw.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0.
Score Bears 7, Vikings nothing. Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Nuwanger now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook.
They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Play fake, Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 22.
1st and 10, 7-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The big loss on 1st down leads to a tricky 2nd down, 18 yards to go. Play action now, Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
End of the 1st quarter with the score Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 3rd and goal for Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Enough defensively. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Chicago.
From the 50, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Fields on 1st down.
And this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Again, Fields.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
They'll give it to Patterson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Fields. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Patterson will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. There are none too plays that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 32-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, here's Cousins. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Cousins. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A Play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to look deep for more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. He's going to take another shot here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Claypool in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
The score, Bears 21, Vikings 3. Matt Prater set to kick off.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
He sets to fire deep.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 13.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From just shy of midfield, Fields. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
From the red zone now, Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Now Cousins.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields.
Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football right on the money.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
From the 24, Fields. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked by Cameron Bynum. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go. Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On third down, Cousins. Got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Cousins again.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On second down, here's Fields.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan might definitely just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we're watching drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So this game's had a little bit of everything. Here's another little something. A potential game-tying fourth-quarter field goal that winds up hitting iron.
And there's always a chance that it's going to hit and bank itself in, but no such luck that time. And that's a body blow right there.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
2nd and 11 now. Patterson running between the tackles. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Bears, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.